Warning, incoming dad joke. Warning, incoming dad joke.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Brian.
What does Santa suffer from when he gets stuck in a chimney?
I have no idea what.
Claustrophobia.
Ho, ho, hey-o.
Who is your daddy, and what does he do?
It was like a pink nightmare. Christmas has a Yule log. Not a log, I don't have a log, but it's...
All that I have, all that I've done, everything I feel, all this and more I bequeath you, my son.
Your father was Frankenstein, and your mother was the lightning.
We named the dog Indiana.
I am your father.
Did you like that? The ho, ho, hey-o?
Oh,
Did
I
you see
did.
the genius that just...
You're the Ed McMahon
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
my Johnny Carson.
Indeed I am. Very good, sir. Very good, sir. Hey, everyone, and welcome to another wonderful episode of Three Geeky Dads, the show that has no intro of any kind tonight because it's Christmas and everybody has been really freaking busy. So we're
putting it
kinda,
mildly.
We're winging it tonight, guys. It's a wing it episode. Sorry, but if you're listening to this one, you have seen the title to it, and you're probably wondering, are you serious?
Are they high?
What are they reviewing? Yes, we are. We're thinking outside the box. We're going out of our comfort zone.
Way
No
out.
werewolves, no spaceships, no Michael Caine, no, Batman. No, nothing. This is completely new to us. It's it's Dolly Parton. We are reviewing. Excuse me, Dolly Parton's Mountain Magic or Magic Mountain.
Mountain Magic
Christmas.
You picked it, bro.
I know. I did not pick it. I
picked you?
suggested it.
Yes, you suggested it.
But we'll get to that in a minute. I am Mark.
We don't have
I'm
Derek
Derek.
tonight.
Go,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought you were playing Derek tonight.
No, I'm still sitting in my seat, though.
Yeah.
It's just,
I'm a big fan of routine.
It's throwing off the whole rhythm.
it really is.
All right, so we don't have Derek with us tonight. I'm Brian.
And I am the part 4 of something. I'm Tito,
Thank you.
right?
Thanks.
I am Dolly Parton's fourth
I am
Christmas.
You're the
Dolly
fifth Beatle.
Parton.
You're number
I'm the
4.
Magic Mountain
But
of
back
this
then you were known as the
podcast.
fifth Beatle.
I'm the mountain magic of this Christmas.
You certainly are.
I'm the 4th, breast implant that Dolly got. Right? Because after a while, the technology got better. I should probably get rid of these old ones and get some
You
new
think
ones.
that's, yeah?
Because they're
probably.
safer. Let me get the safer ones.
She's got the bionic ones now.
Yeah.
No, that's not the noise. No. That's Caddyshack. It's not. No.
It has when
Tie.
her heart stops, it fucking, it's got the thing that starts her heart back up again when she's about to die.
Oh,
It's
man.
like pumps her back to life. That's how rich she is.
She,
She has robot breasts.
she's
Pump her back to life.
$6 million Dolly.
Yeah.
So Derek is not with us tonight, unfortunately.
He
Not
hates
feeling
Dolly
well.
Parton.
He hates Dolly Parton. No, I don't know how he feels about
He's taking a stand
Dolly Parton.
against
I
Dolly
keep going
Parton.
Darley. I cannot say Dolly.
Darley.
This is going to be the running for Darley. Hello,
Darcy-
Darley Parton.
Darcy the
Yeah.
male girl Parton.
That's the problem.
Yeah, she's only been around
I
forever,
watched
Mark.
Joe Bob the other night. I know, right? Yeah.
I still have to watch that.
So when we were thinking of what to do for our Christmas drink till it's good, because we wanted to throw one in there. We still have one more request that we're doing, but we are putting it off to the new year. We had a lot of scheduling conflicts, concerts, kids, family obligations.
It is the
got
holidays
crazy.
after all. Family
So-
stuff does get in the way.
But
of
we managed
podcast stuff.
to fit one more in, right? And say
Yeah.
we need a.
And here we are,
We got a drink
fitting
till it's
it in.
good. So Derek said, "Hey guys, can we not do horror? Let's do something else.
Mm-hmm.
Can we do something different? It's always horror. Drink till it's good. We do another Christmas thing."
Yeah.
So I had jokingly texted. I saw this crazy Dolly Parton special with my wife because my wife's a huge Dolly Parton fan, and I thought I would be the nice husband and surprise her by watching this, which I would never do on my own. No disrespect to Dolly. I think she's fine, no problem. I just,
She's a wonderful human being.
Sure. But I was trying to be nice, and we sat through it, and even Sarah had a hard time making it through this one. And she's she grew up with this stuff. I mean,
Tough.
her aunt played Kenny Rogers, Dolly Parton, Christmas music. I mean, this is what she grew up on,
Yeah.
and that's why she drinks
We
a
all
lot
like
of moonshine.
Kenny Rogers
Yeah,
chicken. We all like.
we do. Kenny. But it took. At least it took to Derek. Derek thought it was good, and Brian, I don't know, Brian, where
I don't think Derek
was-
liked this.
I was indifferent.
Huh?
I don't think Derek liked it.
I think he was with whatever. He just didn't want it to be
Oh,
horror.
yeah.
Right. So we
I think
thought,
we're
all right,
all
well,
kinda-
this
sure,
would be
why
kind
not?
of funny. But then, unfortunately, now he's not here, and we're stuck with this. So
That's right.
thanks, Derek. No,
I told you he's taking a stance against Dolly.
he is. He's faking it.
Kinda, yeah.
Faking this whole thing. It's like, what was it? What did I do?
Oh boy.
So I hope you enjoyed this little departure from the norm. Before we get into this, though, Norm, we have we've already started drinking. This is a rough
What's shaking,
one.
Norm? All 4 cheeks and a couple of chins.
We're going to drink till it's
You know,
Dolly.
You know what we're hearing? We're hearing Satan. That's what we're
That's
hearing.
right. It's all Satan's fault.
That's how I should have introduced the show. Welcome to Three Geeky Dads, the show brought to you by Satan. But that probably
Because we're
would've-
dyslexic and we meant Santa.
Yes, that's exactly right. But we do have an appetizer to start us off before we dive into the world of hallucinations
Yeah.
and Dolly with reindeer antlers and Tom Everett Scott trying to remind us he's a thing, all kinds of stuff. So for the appetizers, though, turning things over to our own Magic Mountain. That makes no sense, Brian.
Son, I love you. We all love you. This is a terrible night. Nothing's gone right. It's a disaster. But you losing your temper with the whole family only makes things worse. And you're too good a father to act like this. In years to come, you want your children and your family to remember all the love you gave us and how hard you tried to make the perfect Christmas. You just cocked it up. It's okay. It happens.
All our holidays were always such a mess.
Oh, yeah.
How did you get through it?
I had a lot of help from Jack Daniels.
Thank you, Mark.
You're welcome.
So, as Mark just mentioned, we are going to be looking at the new Dolly Parton Holiday Special. Because, like you said, somebody said we've been covering too much horror stuff lately, so we decided to do something different. Anyway, because we're looking at a seasonal holiday special, we thought, hey, why not run down memory lane and talk about some of the holiday specials that we remember fondly from when we were young, dumb, and impressionable geeks. So here we are, the holiday specials that stand out from the holiday haze of Christmases past.
Very nice.
Did you guys pick specials?
Or episodes. I mixed it up.
Yeah. Specials or TV
I went
episodes
TV
of
episodes.
specials.
I should have went
That's
specials.
fine.
That's
because
initially
those
what we
didn't,
were.
those are special in their own right.
Yeah,
I know.
they're special.
I want some of those specials. I like Smoky Mountain Christmas. With Kenny Rogers.
So it looks like we're starting with Tito.
Tito volunteers to go first. Look at this.
Oh, mine
Yeah.
suck.
He gets bumped up to number 3, and look at all the control he thinks he has.
See that?
Yeah.
Drunk with power.
That's it. It'll happen to the best of us.
Yeah, look at all the.
It's the holidays.
There is.
It's not just Nog he's high on.
No,
So
sir.
this is a Christmas episode. This is a show that I absolutely loved when I was younger, and this is it's kind of happy. It's kind of a fucked up episode though. It's So-Called Angels from My So-Called Life, which was a really popular show for me growing up. It only lasted a season. Jared Leto, AJ Langer, what was that actress? Claire Danes. And in the episode, Wilson Cruz, who plays Ricky, gets thrown out of his house. He gets abused by his family, and he's gay in the show, and they kick him out of the house, and he's kind of roaming the streets looking for a place to go the entire episode. And Angela, who is a Claire Danes character, meets this girl who turns out, spoiler alert, to be an angel who's trying to help them all understand the meaning of like life and Christmas and what it's all about. And they end up taking Ricky in at the end of the episode. But it was always like a really nice, heartwarming episode, and I absolutely loved that show growing up. Number 2, I imagine this is on somebody's, but if not, excellent. It's The Strike. It's the Seinfeld episode, the Festivus.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah,
You know,
I got a lot of problems with you people.
Good call. Good call.
Hilarious episode. Feats of strength.
The airing of the grievances.
The airing of the grievances. Such a funny episode.
It is.
It really holds up. And it
Festivus for the rest of us.
dude, and it created this whole other thing.
Yeah,
that
it's because
lives
it's become
on
a
today.
thing in its own right.
And my number 1 is Voyage of the Damned. It's the Doctor Who Christmas special with Kylie Minogue.
Oh, I love that one.
It is one of my favorite Doctor Who
on the Starship
episodes.
Titanic.
They're on the Starship Titanic. They have this, like, which you don't see too often in Doctor Who, like, at least Doctor Who that I've seen. where the companion and him kind of they share a kiss.
Yeah.
You can kind of tell they're both in love with each other. She doesn't survive to the end, but they have a nice little sending off for her and a last moment where they're on this kind of Starship Titanic. They're kind of circling the Earth, and it's about to. Someone set it on a course to collide with Earth and destroy everything. And she becomes his companion, and I guess they wrote it specifically for Kylie Minogue. She was kind of big in the States, but she's been big in the UK forever.
Yeah, and Australia.
And Australia, right.
Especially.
Yeah, so she is a huge star out there.
Yeah.
I was always surprised whenever I'd see Kylie Minogue.
And she's cute as hell.
Oh, she's
which doesn't hurt
adorable.
a bit. That was a very good episode.
It's an amazing episode.
There are so many good, especially the newer Doctor Who's. There are so many good Christmas specials because every year they do a specific Christmas episode, and they're so good. The one with Matt Smith and the guy that played Dumbledore there, Michael Gambon. He was like a Scrooge-like character, and he was in love with this woman, and she was like cryogenically frozen, but they would like free her like every day on Christmas so he could spend Christmas with her. But each time that they freed her was a day less that she had to live, because she was sick and dying. So, and then it turned out that she was the only one that could save. Again, it was a crashing starship. Amy and Rory were on their honeymoon on the starship, remember? And it was crashing into Earth.
Yes.
And there was some kind of atmosphere.
Christmas Carol, Doctor Who, Christmas Carol. Yeah,
one of my favorites. There was so many good ones.
That is a good episode.
So many good ones. And the one after that, too, that Matt Smith did where he was like the caretaker, and it was this family. This woman had just lost her husband in World War II. He was a fighter bomber. Remember that one? And the creatures were made of wood.
Oh yes.
Yes, and like Matt Smith was like trying to make like the best Christmas for these people because they had just lost their father, but she didn't tell the kids that their father had just died. So like he's like like wowing them all with like these Christmas surprises, and every time they'd see something new in a different room in this huge house that they're in, he'd be like, "Oh, I know, like I did that." Isn't this awesome? It was just a great episode. So many good ones. I got to revisit those.
And British television, I think, is also just really good at. They always do it. They always give you a Christmas episode.
Agreed.
They give you 3 or 4 episodes.
Good call, Tito. I'm surprised.
And
I didn't think of like putting any
of
those Doctor Who ones on my list. And good.
It's one of my favorite. It's one
in.
of my favorite Doctor Who episodes. I absolutely love that episode. And I'm a big David Tennant guy as far as the Doctors go. So yeah, that's my number one.
Nice.
Cool.
Good
television show.
Good call, Tito.
Awesome.
Good
Thank
call.
you.
See, and you were worried, man. You pulled some good ones out.
Yeah, thank you.
Totally.
Smoky Mountain Christmas.
Not at all. Not at all.
Am I up?
Who's
You
next?
up?
Derek? Does he? No.
Yeah,
Okay.
Derek is up.
Derek is not up. So a lot of these ended up being animated, so I only picked one animated and the other ones are
Nice.
live action. I tried to be a little versatile. My first one is The Family Guy Road to the North Pole, the hour-long episode where Brian takes Dewey to the North Pole to convince him Santa isn't real, and it turns out Santa is real. Not only that, but it's a nightmare at the North Pole because of what people have done to Christmas, how it's affected Santa. The reindeer have all gone rabid and have started eating the elves. They've had to turn Santa's castle into a factory with all these toxic. It's like a toxic plant with all these fumes because they're making iPods and But it's just a great, clever episode. Awesome music. I'm a huge Family Guy fan, and this one is really cool to watch. My next one, Perfect Strangers, the episode where Larry and Balky throw a party at their house, but they don't want to invite their boss. I can't remember his name. He was Bernard.
This is when they work at the paper, or when they work at the
paper.
Okay.
And the boss there, I can't remember his name on the show or the actor, but he's a real jerk. And somehow he manages to get himself invited to the party where he acts like the asshole the whole time, and everybody's ready to kill him and throw him out, except Balky, because Balky's all about the Christmas spirit. And it turns out that the boss goes too far, starts making too many jokes, and they're about to throw him out when he starts talking about how you think this is bad? Let me tell you about my Christmases as a kid. And it turns out he had a rotten childhood. And then Balky comes in
And
with
that's
a
why
gift.
he is the way he is today.
Yep, and Balky comes in with a gift for him, and he gets all teary-eyed, and it ends up being a wonderful Christmas. Not on Meepos, but
Not on
just
Meepos.
as enjoyable.
Planet Meepos?
Don't be
Planet
ridiculous.
Meepos. That was an episode.
Was
I
it?
told you, yeah.
I think you did.
Larry has a dream that Balky's from another planet, and the planet is called Meepos. It's true. Look it up. They're on Hulu, I think. I don't know.
Oh, was it Ernie Sabella?
That's the boss.
If I
Mr.
saw
Donald?
that, I'm telling you, if I saw the face, I would
Yeah,
know.
now that I'm seeing him, I'm like, oh yeah, that was the boss on that show. He's in a bunch of shit. He's like the naked guy on the.
No,
That's not him. Didn't he
no,
work at
that's not the guy.
Oh well, fuck you.
No,
Not you, and me.
no. I'm like, sorry, Tino,
Not
it's
you.
not him.
Aw.
And for my third one, is the Santa episode. I think it's not something to tide you over. Shit, I didn't write down the title now. I forgot. But it's the Tales from the Crypt Santa episode, which was, I believe, what they
It's
did
the
for
Mary
the
Ellen
pilot.
Trainer, right?
The Mary Ellen Trainer, Larry
mom of all
Larry
moms.
Drake from L.A. Law is
Yep.
the insane Santa that escapes and tracks
Durant.
down Mary.
Oh, Dr. Googles.
Dr.
Dr.
Durant.
Googles. Durant, yeah.
And Mary Ellen Trainer just killed her husband.
As you do.
As you do, because it was a real jerk.
That'll be just fine.
And she's trying to hide the body. Meanwhile, Santa has escaped, and a mental patient dressed in a Santa outfit and stalks her, tries to kill her. And meanwhile, her daughter is upstairs sleeping, waiting for Santa. And she wakes up and thinks he's the real Santa because she's an idiot of a kid. Brings him in, and he's got that great line at the end, right before killing her. He goes, naughty or nice. Great stuff.
Ooh.
And those are my three.
All right.
There you
was
go.
so
Good picks. Good
One
picks.
horror, one animated, and one completely obscure one that I think I'm the only one I remember.
Nice.
There you
Good.
go.
You
Good
have to
picks.
clean.
Good picks.
See?
Terrible. One naughty, one nice, and
One naughty, one nice,
terrifying.
one Meepos.
Yeah, one Meepos.
All right.
All right.
Close and Brian, you're
So
up.
I'm starting off with my favorite of all the Rankin Bass holiday
Oh, so
specials.
you went actual specials.
I did. Because that's what I remember as a kid was Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Oh, Mickey
From
Rooney.
1970, Mickey Rooney does the voice of Kris Kringle.
He sure does.
But this is the one that had the Burgermeister Meisterburger. Everybody loves that one. The Winter Warlock is in this one.
Keenan Wynn.
Yep, Keenan Wynn from
Orca.
Kolchak.
And Coach.
He was in Kolchak. He
I-
played the police chief
Yep.
in a couple of
Oh,
episodes.
Mad Dog. He's trying to he's trying to curb his temper.
Yeah, no, it was probably my favorite of all the Rankin Bass ones. That
I
they
love
had
that
done.
one too.
Yeah, despite
you
us,
sit
it's
on my
despite
well,
that song.
song's a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, that is a little
Can be-
uncomfortable.
yeah, if you sit on
And I'm
my
not a
lap,
huge
yeah.
Mickey Rooney fan, but he sells it as Santa Claus.
Sure, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My next one is Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas from 1977.
Haven't seen
Jim Henson. They only showed it a couple of years.
Strange.
I remember this one. I was around 10 years old when it originally came out, 9 or 10. And it was great. I don't really remember most of the story, but I remember it was like very heartwarming. The music was great. And I think it might be the Mandela effect, but I always get it confused with the the John Denver ones that
Christmas.
he.
Oh.
Yeah, I always think that
okay.
John Denver's in this one, but I think there was a whole other
That was a whole other
Christmas
special.
special.
Whole other album. Yeah,
Exactly. Which came out around the same time, which I think might be why I'm mixing it up in my brain.
probably.
But I loved Emmett
like
Otter. I
hobos.
loved those little They're
like hobo otters.
Yeah, they really were. They were like, the back were like Dolly. They lived on the mountain.
Yeah.
The coat of many colors otters.
Just
you know,
like Dolly, baby.
Big chests and all.
that's it. They're on that river, and their chests could be used as flotation devices.
Oh yeah, they're playing all kinds of jugs.
That's the jug band. That's
They're
it.
playing, yeah. All kinds of jugs.
Hallucinating Willie Nelson.
Jugs.
But that was one that I remember as a kid that I really liked. And here's one that's really out there. I don't know if anybody else has seen this one. They only showed it 1 year, 1991. It's A Wish for Wings That Work. It was Opus and Bill from Bloom County, based on the children's book by Burke Breathed Breathed. I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name, but the guy that created Bloom County did this book called A Wish for Wings That Work. It was Opus being a penguin. He couldn't fly. And that was his big wish for Christmas. And everybody was trying to make his wish come true. And it was a special that I had seen only once. And I remember reading that the creator, Burke Breathed, however you pronounce it, was unhappy with the way the animated special came out, but yeah, and I don't know if that had any reason for why it was only aired once, or maybe it was low ratings. I don't know, but I saw it. I loved it. I was a big fan of Bill and Opus back in the day. I still am. I have Bill and Opus ornaments on my tree that I found from God knows where 30 years ago. I still have them. And I wish I could find this because they only aired it once. I think it was released on DVD back in the mid-2000s.
Yeah, it looks like...
But I've never seen it
Got to go
myself.
on the line, man.
I think I might have to hit
Get
up
on the
eBay.
line. Check it
Might
out.
have to hit up eBay.
Maybe Derek will find it and put it on Voodoo.
Hey, he might.
Yeah.
He just might.
Yeah, it looks like somebody's actually selling a copy on eBay.
Oh, yeah?
There you go.
Hey, see that?
$4.83
Or
or $4.99.
$499.
$499?
No,
It's
no,
that
$4.99.
I'm all in.
That rare.
Hit that buy now, Tito. I'll pay you back.
Bill, a wish for wings that work.
3 bargaining dads.
Seriously, what?
I pull that trigger. Yeah,
Yeah,
right
fuck
here
yeah,
on
buy it
air.
right now.
Do it.
Spin that wheel. What?
All right,
Anybody ever
so
do,
look at that. I got a wish for wings that work
There
for
you
Christmas.
go. Look at you got a gift.
Thank you, Tito.
It's a gift of
Yeah,
Tito.
fuck yeah.
I
Do this thing.
I'll hit you up.
I got
right
nothing
down.
from him. I got a rock.
$7.
What are they charging for shipping, though?
Less than the movie.
Oh, okay. All right. Because sometimes you see them like that low.
Yeah,
And then
it's
shipping's like
$50.
$10.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's insane.
F
Yeah.
that.
I bought something for my cousin, and it was $10, and the shipping was $25.
Yeah,
I was
no.
like, yeah, I can't buy this.
Nope.
Do me a favor, look up the 1992 Bat Missile and buy
Yeah,
that from me
yeah.
while you're at it.
Yeah.
You have a bat missile.
Yeah, but he's missing the
missing a fin.
fins.
Piece of shit.
I know.
I have a runner.
Or look, you
I have
know
a runner
what?
up.
Look up. For
I
a
have runners
fin.
up, too.
I have runners up as well.
Go ahead. I'm gonna
Okay.
finish this.
All right. So the
transaction.
runners up very quickly. I had Batman, the animated series, Christmas with the Joker, and also Holiday Nights, where there are 3 short Christmas tales.
I thought you were gonna say Christmas with a Joker.
I
thought
was
gonna-
originally, but Perfect
Derek
Strangers
may
went
have,
out.
if he was
Yeah, I also kind of figured he might pick that one
Yeah.
too. But Holiday Nights is really good. It's 3 short cartoons, and the last one is actually very nice. It's actually a New Year's one where Jim Gordon and Batman have coffee in a diner for like 2 seconds.
I don't remember.
Really?
And they toast each other, and then he turns away to order a cheese sandwich. He looks back, and Batman's gone, and he's paid for the coffee. It's just like very touching.
Wow.
It's a touching moment between these 2 friends. You know, they have quick dialogue. Hell of a year. Here's hoping the next one's better. That's it. That's their whole conversation. Because Batman's a busy guy. You know?
Yeah.
Any Bob's Burgers Christmas special I've just put on there.
Have there been many?
Every year they do one.
Oh, yeah?
Every year they do one. The Full House Christmas when they got stuck in the airport and it was up to Jesse, Uncle Jesse to raise their Christmas spirits.
I thought he was gonna say to raise the kids by himself.
No. There's
The rest of the family got sucked into a jet engine.
no, but Santa shows up.
Oh,
For
yeah?
real. They're like,
It's
oh my
not
God.
Uncle Joey with a beard?
No.
Hey, cut it
No,
out.
No, and he survived too, so not everybody got what they wanted for Christmas.
See that?
And the
Somewhere Alanis Morissette is crying.
Poor Joey.
and the Justice League cartoon, they had a Christmas special that was awesome.
Nice.
I really liked that one.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool.
That's mine.
All right.
I
What
only
about
got,
you, Tito?
I only got one, and my son Ronan used to make us watch it all the time. And after like the 5th viewing, I was like, "Wow, this movie is phenomenal." How to Train Your Dragon: The Gift of the Night Fury.
Oh, yeah.
haven't
So it's
seen that.
I think it's in between 1 and 2.
Yep.
But essentially, it's Christmas where they are, and it's got this really nice story. It just continues on from part 1, of basically like them and their dragons and how much they care about them, and
vice versa.
and the
Yeah.
holidays, and they have this big Christmas whatever, and they get attacked by other Vikings or whatever, and then this great ending where he's flying on Toothless, and you hold the ones that you love closest to you, and
Aw,
things like that.
that's
Just-
true.
I
It's a
just
good
thought-
message.
I was like, oh, it was always a really it took me a few watches where I actually paid attention. But I always liked that film series. I always thought those were
I
really
did
good
too.
movies.
Yeah, they are good
Yeah.
movies. Totally.
I thought-
Quinn used to love those as well.
Yep.
And he would watch like a lot of the like Halloween and Christmas specials. What company is that? DreamWorks?
DreamWorks
That
did those.
DreamWorks
Yeah.
would do. He would watch all of those. So that one I always really, really liked. And I actually am like, no, let's watch that one for Christmas. But that's Smoky Mountain.
And Smoky Mountain.
And Smoky Mountain.
Christmas with
Smoky
Dolly
Mountain.
Parton. And,
The Smoky Mountain
and
one,
Kenny
not
Rogers.
the magic one that we're
No,
doing
Smoky
tonight.
Mountain. No,
Smoky
no.
Mountain
She
is the
was like-
legit
oh,
one.
man, she was like
That's a
like
good
Coke
special.
bottle.
Yep.
Oh.
And I promised Dean and his fiancee Jen that I would show respect for Dolly Parton because they're fans of that.
And the
special.
Smoky Mountain Christmas.
Yeah, the Magic one I don't think they care about, so
No.
I'm going to shit on that one. But Brian, any runners up?
Yeah, of course, I've got the Star Wars Holiday Special from
I was
1978.
hoping.
Oh.
I've got to throw that in there. It's horrible, but
Happy Life
I do
Day.
remember seeing it when it first aired, and every year I'd wait for it to come back, and it never did. And Bing Crosby's "Merry Old Christmas." This is the one from 1977 with David Bowie.
Nice.
I remember watching that, and I think that might have been like my first introduction to David Bowie and what he looked like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not as Ziggy Stardust.
not as because
right?
I didn't know Ziggy Stardust. I was like
all right.
nine years old
Okay.
when that came
Yeah,
out.
That was a
Yeah.
lot of pushback. Dude, that's I was at my work Christmas party and they were playing Christmas songs and the music video
Yep.
to go with it. And my coworker's like, "Oh, that's cool how they did that. They're not really in the room together."
They are too.
And I'm like, "Yeah, they absolutely are."
Yeah,
in the room
totally are in the
together."
room
1977.
She thought it was like one of those like they just
Oh,
put them in the
no.
room together. So then I Googled the whole thing and I was like, there was a ton of pushback about Bowie doing it. Bing Crosby was like, absolutely not. Like, I can't make a song with this guy. His music and my music are not the same. He comes in, they meet each other, and he's like, and they were both so impressed by how musically inclined each other were that Bing Crosby was like, absolutely, because I think it was his daughter kind of pushed him over the edge too.
Okay.
With having David Bowie on, and I think he showed up and they were like, he might have been wearing makeup, so I think they
He
asked him
was.
to take some of the makeup off.
Because I'll be
something
honest,
else.
like I said, I was like 9 or 10 years old, and when I saw him, I didn't even realize that was a dude at first. I didn't know androgyny from anything back then, you know. So I'm like, who's this woman? You know, he had his hair like, you know, kind of, you know, that Ziggy Stardust hair. It was kind of, you know, the short red. He just kind of looked like an aunt of mine. And that's the only thing I could associate it with.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who is this woman? You know, but my mom's like, no, that's the guy. That's David Bowie. And I'm like, oh, okay. And of course, when he started singing, there was no mistaking that was a man's voice.
Such
but
a good song.
It's a great song.
Great
Matter of fact, I heard it again today.
Yeah.
I have it on my my iPad,
I was in
my
rotation for
iPhone.
sure.
I mean,
And then I think all the the lyrics that Bowie is singing.
yeah.
There was some issue maybe with his voice not being able to do certain things. I remember hearing, so that's why they incorporated him singing different lyrics in the background.
Oh,
where he's
the-
like doing
the little drummer boy.
"Glory." Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So Bing Crosby's still doing the original, and Bowie added some different lyrics to it. That's one of my favorite Christmas songs ever.
Yeah, same
It is.
here.
Same
Same
here.
here. And I remember seeing that
Agreed.
special.
And that's a nice little
Yeah.
video. You can see it on YouTube.
You can.
Yep.
Yep.
Shows up at his house. He wants
Yep.
to use the piano, and he's like, "Oh, you're
Yeah.
the poor relation from America."
Yeah.
I'm Bing.
Yeah.
Oh, you sang White Christmas too.
Uh huh.
I have a sack full of oranges. Don't fuck up.
They leave no bruises.
Big, you're going to be singing with David Bowie. Bowie? I could just see him doing it. Oh, I amuse myself.
You
All right,
sure do.
nice job, guys. Great appetizers. Hey, speaking of makeup, and a lot of makeup.
Yeah.
There's a lot of makeup in this special we're doing tonight. Everybody is in makeup.
Everybody's got their good
Men,
makeup on.
women, Dolly's creepy little nephew, like
Her grand,
or great,
her
not nephew, great
grandnephew.
nephew. Yeah.
I wonder how that worked because I feel like she's probably got like 50 great grandnephews, and she was like, "You'll do."
Was
Yeah.
it,
Oh my
but was
God,
it really
that
him?
kid.
Was it an
I feel like it was.
actor?
I feel like it was. He was so bad that I feel like it was probably him.
He looked like.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Let's get into it, guys, because this is the tale of. The only way I can put this in a simple synopsis is Dolly Parton wants to make it's not
Yeah.
a Christmas special.
No.
She wants to
It's like the
make-
behind the scenes of a Christmas
Yeah,
special.
it's a movie about her making a Christmas
It's the
special.
noises off, Dolly style.
It's
Yeah,
meta.
it's meta.
Tito.
Yeah.
But along the way, she hallucinates, so she could have a brain tumor for all we know, because she's hallucinating along the way. They don't get into that part, unfortunately. I'm curious as to know if anybody did anything about these hallucinations. But anyway, let's find out. But it is all over the place. It's got some lousy acting in it. It's Dolly, which is good, but everything else in it is not that great outside the music. So, for all you folks tonight, and I'm dedicating this one to you, honey, Sarah, not Dean.
Or
'cause they're
Derek.
both friends. Derek, we'll give this one for you.
You looked over at the empty chair.
I looked over at the
like
empty
he's gonna
chair.
be there
That's fair.
smiling at you.
Fucking run the intro. It's another
Drink till it's good.
It begins. La 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 voodoo.
Give us a drink. Get them all a drink there.
Hi, Lloyd. A little slow tonight, isn't it?
I'm tired. I'm wasted.
Is that an alcoholic beverage? I'd sell my grandmother for a drink.
Oh, just call me Billy. Everyone does.
Crazy drunk drivers. Some folks have a strange idea to entertain.
Says the three guys who picked this. Opening thoughts. I already said what I had to say in the intro.
You sure did.
But I'll say it again because I like to hear myself talk. Basically, I have the utmost respect for Dolly Parton. I understood what she was trying to do in this.
Right.
You know, we're living in very tumultuous times, folks. There's a lot of negative energy out there, baby, and she just wants to bring
Joy.
some Christmas magic and joy to us. And I just wish she had done it in the traditional special, which was just got up, sang with Willie Nelson, sang with Billy Ray Cyrus. Could have done without Miley Cyrus, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
She had some good music, which, you know, we'll talk about. And if that had been it, you know, that would have been fine. The problem is there is a lot of fat in this special. That's
There
just
sure
stuff
is.
we
A lot
do
of
not
padding.
want to see. Some actors we haven't heard about in a long time or haven't thought about in a long time, basically slumming it. A lot of people just look like they don't know what they're doing or are not sure why they're there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of monologues and a lot of preaching too, which, you know, I don't have a problem with that at all. But I just, you know, I don't want to be preached to. I want to hear people sing, and the concert stuff would have been good enough for me, as it would have been for Sarah. Like I said, we watched this both together, so not the worst thing I've seen singing wise and performance wise. I mean, what did we say? She was 76 years old.
Yeah.
She still got
Dude,
it.
she still got it.
Still got it.
Yeah, her voice sounds exactly the same.
All
to
the
me.
respect to Miss
Yeah.
Dolly Parton, but I just could have done without. I think you just tried too hard. Tried too hard. Just all we want to see is you sing. At least that's all I would have wanted to see.
Yeah.
In my opening thoughts.
Yeah, I'll go.
right.
Opening thought. You know,
Whoops.
it's an hour and 25 minutes, so
It's right in your wheelhouse.
it's sad that, like, because you're right, there is a lot of padding
Yeah.
to make it an hour and 25 minutes, which isn't very long. So when I turned it on, I was like, oh, an hour and 25 minutes. This is nothing. I'll knock this out. But there were some. I struggled a bit getting through this.
Yeah, agreed.
I also love Dolly Parton. I love her music. I love her. I don't know how many people know this, like her place in rap music and what songs have been sampled of hers or homaged by her. All her philanthropy. Like, she's just like an amazing woman.
She's just an amazing human being.
Yeah, just an amazing human being. Thank you. So I wasn't that. I knew I was like, no, this can't be good. But I wasn't upset to watch this because I love Dolly Parton. And I was like, there'll probably be some fun songs, and she'll probably have some fun people come out with her. You know, the stories kind of slap together. I don't know. Maybe she wrote it. I don't know who wrote this. Maybe the little kid wrote it. I don't even know. Billy Ray? Who knows who wrote this thing?
It's just it's a strange thing for her to do. Like, I just don't think she needed to do all this.
Yeah.
Like you said, she is an amazing person, amazing. She's enough. Just get on stage and sing.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
mean, she's an actress, and I think she's a great actress.
She
I've
is.
seen her in plenty
9
of
to
films.
5.
Right.
9 to 5, Steel Magnolias.
But this,
She's great. But then it's like, well, who wrote it? Who's directing it? I don't want to look it up because it doesn't matter. But
None of this matters.
it's more fun to speculate, right? That maybe it was the little kid. Maybe Jimmy Fallon wrote it. I don't know. Maybe he directed it.
Yeah, we
shit.
got some star power.
We got
Forgot
some
he was
star
in it.
power in
Oh.
here.
If you were wondering,
Wait a minute. You're linking up Jimmy Fallon with star power?
Well,
Well, he has a lot of stars on his show.
yeah,
Well, on
that's
his
true.
show.
Isn't it
His
just
show.
Isn't it just fair to say he just showed up?
She
Yeah.
went for it, and
Yeah.
I will say, the end, which I really enjoyed the end. You know, there are points. You know, she has different songs,
And not just the credits, you mean? You just
no, not just
okay.
the credits. That final, you know, there's like the final monologue where she's talking to the camera, and I absolutely love the point where she's like, "I know, I hope it didn't come off as too preachy because I hate when people shove stuff down my throat." She says at the end of the special.
But it kind of did.
Yeah.
But it did. But
me.
but she says, "I'm sorry if it came off that way." She does apologize and say, "Because I hate when people do that too. I just want you to know that I think God is love."
Yeah.
Right.
And I was like, I fucking appreciate the shit out of that statement.
Yeah,
that
why
you were
not?
just like, this is a thing I like. I want to show it to you. I want to express it to you. If it came off as a certain way, I'm sorry. That is not my intent. I'm just trying to have some fun. And I think that like I did really appreciate the fact that, you know, she has the song, which I thought was kind of catchy. It's like, be what you are is what you be. Be.
Whatever her great
Whatever you be is
grandnephew
how you
grows
be
up
is
with.
what you be is BBB.
Yeah.
I
Make
was
no
like-
beep, 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 beeps.
I appreciate the idea that it's just like, so this is my point of view as Dolly Parton, but I accept all of your points of view, right? As long as it comes from like a good place.
Yeah.
Right. She's just like, yeah, whatever. This is me, but I think you should be whatever you want and express however you express in whatever positive way you can.
Yeah.
I think is a really good message. Too bad that it's like kind of wrapped in this not very good special.
No. And that's, I mean, the intentions are all great. The music's fine. I get what she's doing.
Yeah.
And, you know, I said it before, we're in crappy times right now. She wants to come along and try to bring a little, you know, love, God's love, whatever. That's awesome. Good for you for doing that. Not many people are doing that now. But you're enough. The singing's enough. That song you're talking about, even if she gave like her little intros to each song on a stage, live in front of an audience, fine.
Which is how it kind of
That's
started.
awesome.
Which is what I thought we were getting.
Yeah, she does like, I will always love you.
Yeah,
and I
when
was
she-
like, oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we can get behind this. That's fine, but it just there's just too much that you don't need in it. It separates the message.
It was bloated.
And then there's like all this shtick that comes off bad, this comedy shtick that's just out of place with people you don't like or just don't care enough about. I mean, Tom Everett Scott, who the hell wanted to know what Tom Everett Scott was doing in his life? Nobody. You know, Anna Gasteyer, what happened to her? I don't know.
I know.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I know.
Let's
You
hear
know?
Brian.
Yeah, no,
Give Brian his opening thoughts.
No, I agree with you guys. It was a little preachy for me. I remember watching, you know, Dolly in the past, you know, here and there. I don't know if I watched an entire special all the way through, but I don't remember it being so, you know, churchy, you know, and so, you know, religious.
Right.
With the, you know, the religious overtones
It's
that this one
the
had.
sermons. They're like sermons.
It was a little
almost.
preachy
Yeah,
for me.
yeah, yeah.
I'll just put it that way.
Right.
All the backstory with all the characters behind the scenes, from Tom Everett Scott as the producer, director of the series, to the guys that were like doing the choreography for the dancers, to the little subplot of the woman that had to take over.
Jasmine.
Yeah. You know, all that stuff. I'm like, it was fine, but it's like that's
like
not
an
what I
orphan.
want to see.
Yeah.
You know,
I didn't
you're
care.
here to see Dolly, not these people who are kind of like sleepwalking through their roles. I mean, they were like just so bland.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah, you could
And
tell.
then every
Yeah.
time that
Dolly Parton, fine.
and every
But-
time that a guest star appeared, like backstage, they appeared in what she called like the Magic Mountain
Magic
Dust.
dust.
Yeah,
Magic dust.
You know, and I'm like, here she goes. She's hallucinating another friend of hers. There's
Mm-hmm.
Willie, you know, showing up in a puff of smoke, as Willie normally does. Anyway, let's face it. You know,
Be a lot
you know,
cooler if
Billy
you
Ray
did.
Cyrus doing it again, and then you know, his daughter Miley
Miley.
Cyrus, and I don't even remember the guy's name that showed up the last.
I think it's
guest.
Zach Williams.
Zach
Yeah.
Williams,
Yeah, Zach Williams.
the guy in the new Man in Black.
Yeah,
You know, they all just showed up in these. I'm like, here she goes. It's another segment where she's hallucinating backstage.
It is. It's just like, it's a strange thing.
Yeah.
I kind of want to know
and then
where this came from.
and
Like,
then her
let's have
nephew,
hallucinate.
like there was that subplot with her nephew that kind of went nowhere. It's like, oh my god, here's the new Jake Lloyd. It's like, when's he gonna yell yippee and go off in his pod racer?
He did get a line eventually, which was nice.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, they let him say something. Cool.
Yeah, all that stuff was
Poor
bad.
kid.
The music was good for the most part, with a couple of exceptions. But I didn't hate it. I'm going to put it this way. Didn't hate it. I just wish it was a little bit more of Dolly in the past.
Yeah, I agree with everything you guys have said. Go ahead, Tito.
I wanted to like it.
Yeah.
I still want to like it. And there were a couple of songs I like. I think overall some of the songs were And I think we were talking I think I brought this up yesterday and I was watching it and I was like, holy shit, Tom Everett Scott is in this. And I remember thinking as I was watching it, because like paying attention didn't matter. So I just started thinking about him and his career and thinking like, oh, he was gonna be
the new Tom Hanks.
Yep.
You brought this up yesterday.
And then like Tom Hanks even made a movie with him in it. It was
That's
like,
right, that thing
I'm
you
going to
do.
make you the new me. Here's this movie to set you off. And it just didn't happen for him.
No.
And I thought he had this very great everyman quality to him. He's great in That Thing You Do. I've never seen American Werewolf in Paris. I imagine that he's probably okay in it, even though the movie stinks. Because you get you get him, you get Julie Delpy. It should be a movie I want to see, but I never did. And then he did the Dead Man on Campus, I think, with Paul Gosselaar.
Oh shit, that's right, yeah.
They try to and like he's not bad in that, and then he just vanished off the face of the earth. Apparently he's been friends with Dolly Parton this whole time.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's why he didn't need
use
to work.
That more to his advantage.
He's just been living off Dolly's paychecks.
Yeah.
I remember him in a small role in Van Wilder. He was Tara Reid's boss at the newspaper she was at or whatever. And he was in a romantic comedy with Kate Capshaw.
Okay.
I can't remember
A
what the
romantic
hell it was
They're
called.
like 20 years apart in age or something. Probably
I
even
know.
longer.
Jesus, yeah.
Kate Capshaw
Yeah.
falling for a younger guy, and it's not called Love Letters, but it's got that kind of title to it.
Yeah.
I don't know, but anyway, and then he was gone, like that.
Yeah.
Poof.
Yeah.
And then he just randomly
Like
shows up in a
Kaiser
Dolly
Soze.
Parton special.
There he is.
2023.
Yeah.
2022.
With an expression on his
Like,
face,
what the
like, "What
fuck?"
the hell am I doing here?"
Yeah. And two
Do I
naked
want
people
success that
jump out of your closet blindfolded like a goddamn magic show. You take the early flight home. And two naked people jump out of your closet blindfolded like a
happened to
goddamn
you
magic
too?
show.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm having that dream again.
Here's Willie Nelson.
I didn't mind the Fallon is so like Fallon.
Oh my
now.
God.
He's just a caricature of himself.
He really is.
I'm
Right?
not a fan, but
when he showed up and they were doing that 50s greaser thing, I was like, oh my God, he's like parodying like Squiggy from Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah, they
That's
sit down
exactly
and
what he
they
looked
have
like.
I feel like that was
fries.
probably her idea, though. She was probably like, Jimmy, do it like this. Can I will say that her dance stunt double,
Yeah.
killer body.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's not Dolly.
It's
No.
Joe Beth Williams. No.
That's old Dolly. They got old Dolly as young
They got
Dolly.
old Dolly.
I was like,
the
whoa.
things they can do with
at
computers
this
nowadays.
That's
huh?
it.
Then
Deep
I-
fake.
And then I got sad because I was like, oh, she can't dance anymore.
Yeah.
Pick her up. That's
Yep.
a bummer. I got a little bit sad.
They'll break her old bones.
I thought that was like an okay song. It didn't make any sense.
I
to
thought
me,
the song
but
was alright. It was.
I didn't- was it a Christmas song? I don't even think it was.
No.
Yes,
It was?
It is a Christmas song.
Sing me some.
technically.
Sing some of it.
I don't remember it. Even if I did, no.
Run, run, Rudolph! Santa's gonna take.
Let's go through this. This is a pretty quick. We joke about having a 5-minute synopsis.
Yes.
And we take an hour. I don't think we're necessarily going to have
Yes.
that with this one.
That's the shine box guy say. I'm going to give you a tight 5.
Well, this is probably going to be that.
This one's for you, Tristan and Chris.
This is how it's done.
This is how it's done.
Type 5.
Tight 5.
And
so
go.
Dolly Parton's performing I Will Always Love You.
Great song.
Great song.
Great song.
I hadn't, not knowing anything about her, Sarah informed me she wrote this music for Whitney Houston. I had no idea.
No, she wrote it for herself.
Wrote it for herself.
Oh, she wrote it for
And
herself.
then Whitney
And
covered
Whitney-
it for the movie The Bodyguard.
See, all right. So
and then she gave it to her.
Yep.
This
She gave her all the
podcast
money
is-
that she made off that song.
That's insane.
Whitney Houston didn't get. I mean, Dolly Parton didn't get any of the money. She was like, "Oh, it's yours. You fucking knocked it out of the park."
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Dolly Parton is
That's
fucking
how
shit.
that's how
She's
Dolly
awesome.
is.
Yeah.
She's awesome. And then Whitney
Yeah.
Houston bought cocaine with it. She, okay, fine.
Well, yeah. Crack is whack, Whitney. What are you gonna do? Life is.
Crack is Bobby Brown. Get over here. That's not how he sounds at all, but that's how it is. Whatever. She's performing that song. She's ending a performance where she is then back at her hotel. And she's pacing around her room in these lavish pajamas in this beautiful hotel room, and she's a little down for whatever reason. Thank you, Brian. And then she looks out the window and she sees snow. and she yells snow like a 5-year-old and decides to call Tom Everett Scott and says, "Hey, Tom, I have an idea for a Christmas special I want to make happen. I want to bring joy to the world. It's been a while." And Tom Everett Scott says, "Okay, whatever, let's make it happen." And that's really all I remember.
Let's go talk to my boss, Anna Gasteyer.
Anna Gasteyer,
and
the
make
boss.
this special.
Right.
And she says, "Yeah, why not?" And they say, "Let's do it at Dollywood because it's cost effective." And it'll be live on NBC, which it wasn't. It was streaming on Peacock,
which is owned by NBC.
Right.
Semantics.
Now you get a song during this part where she is in her mountain or in a field playing guitar at one point.
Oh yeah.
There's this, it's a nice little song.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not one of the catchier ones, but it's not bad.
No,
it's her and a.
But it kind of evoked like the ghost of specials past.
Right. Yeah, and you're like, oh, this is. I hope we see more of this, and you don't. But this is what you think it's leading up to. So we are in Dollywood essentially. There's Dolly's crew, all of them dressed like people out of a friggin' Dr. Seuss book.
Yeah.
Like, these are
Two
wacky.
naked guys jumped out of your closet, blindfolded like a goddamn magic show.
With one guy is named David Rambo though. That is a great.
Is that the guy that's in those
David
crazy get-ups?
Rambo.
Is he the guy that kind of looked like Ivan Drago?
Yes.
Yep. David Rambo.
What the fuck is his real name?
David Rambo.
No.
Oh, they didn't play themselves? No, I guess they didn't.
Who was Ivan Drago? What's his name? I'm trying.
Ivan Drago.
Dolph Lundgren.
Oh.
Dolph Lundgren. He looked like Dolph Lundgren.
David Rambo. Awesome name.
Those were her actual sisters, though, in that.
Yes.
Which is fucking hilarious.
Wow.
So we meet the crew. We meet Tom Everett Scott, and there's this coordinator. Excuse me. Choreographer, special.
Yeah.
What the hell is her? She got the black hat on. She's
very hip.
Yeah, she's a hip girl, and she's got an assistant. The show. Yeah, she's got a quiet assistant named Jasmine, a young shy girl.
Yep.
Who you think is going to be shy through this whole thing, and then once she starts doing her shtick, you kind of wish she was, but that's
she's
just
going
me.
hard in the paint.
She hits hard, But up until this point, everybody says, "Where's Dolly?" And Dolly appears, and they sing "Go Tell It on the Mountain" or a version of "Go Tell It on the Mountain," which was fine. You got dancing and singing. It's festive, and I'm like, okay, now we're gonna start the special, but we don't. So from here we go to more shtick, more talking.
Jimmy Fallon's the first one, right?
Jimmy Fallon is the first guest. Right.
And they do this.
Before we do that, though,
let's just skip over whatever you were going to say.
We
Go
are.
straight to Jimmy Fallon.
You really want to get to Jimmy Fallon?
What happens before Jimmy, Mark?
What happens
Tell
before
me.
Jimmy? I'm trying to, goddammit. Oh, Jesus.
When good podcasts go wrong. Right? This is
Totally.
the episode?
This is the episode.
This is where it all fell apart. Thanks for nothing, Derek.
Yeah.
2 glasses of ginger ale and Tito's done. That's.
Derek pulled the ripcord. He got out
Don't
just
throw
in
Derek
time.
under the bus.
He got out
This
just
is
in
all
time.
you, man.
He was
All
like, "This is
you."
gonna go up in a ball of flames."
And the 3 geeky dads died on the way to their home planet.
I've got to go now.
Bye.
So they're having a production meeting. They're getting ready to talk about, and the choreographer wants everything big. That's her big thing, big. And Tom Everett Scott saying, "Well, no, this is really just about Dolly. We'll just have her singing. We'll have what people who are tuning into this special were expecting in the first fucking place." And the lady's like, "No, bigger, big effects, giant helicopters, explosions,
bigger boobs, bigger boobs.
Everything's
girls.
Yeah. And then something happens. She gets called away to work on the Rockettes.
That's it. She got her dream job.
She got her dream job.
And Dolly being Dolly, couldn't falter for it. She said,
I
"Well, you
can't
got to go
fault you
chase
for
that dream."
lady, because I had a dream once, and I mean, let's be honest, she talks like this. I had a dream once, and I followed it. I want you to do the same thing. And so,
Like 2 roosters in a hen house, or something like that, right? That's how it ends.
one
Whatever
of those
she
folksy
said.
fucking lines.
Yeah, right.
Like
Like a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. Right? Am I right?
Can I get another one of these?
Do you really want another beer?
This is a drink, so it's good, right?
It is a drink till it's
It's
good.
supposed to be this way.
It's good. I need to drink more. It's good. Put it back. Somebody is saving it. George Carlin. So she goes away and leaves everything to the assistant that we talked about earlier. Her name's Jasmine. She's a young, up-and-coming choreographer who has the dream of making a big special, and this is her big chance to make like a Macy's Day big event. And you think, oh, this is an adorable, sweet young girl. No, she all of a sudden... The whistle blows and she's hard hitting. She's Arlie Ermy from Full Metal Jacket. Let's go, 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 go. Go, this is my rifle, this is my gun, all that shit. And Tom Everett Scott's taken aback.
Yeah.
And you can tell right off the bat there's going to be a little creative differences. There's going to be some trouble between the two of them.
A little dissension in the ranks.
That's right. But before we get back to the plot, it's time
Jimmy
to do
Fallon
the Jimmy
shows
Fallon
up.
number. I'm going to let you take
Yay.
over. Tell me what happens. 'Cause
It's
I'm gonna
not
take a
that
sip of
good.
beer.
They sing a song.
You
Agreed.
fucking built it up,
I
man.
can't remember the words, but I thought it was catchy. They dance. It's not really Dolly Parton dancing.
Do you think it's really Jimmy?
I think it's really Jimmy dancing. They shout out her milkshakes, which apparently are really, really good. I guess if you ever go to Dollywood, get one of the milkshakes.
They
They're
do say
they're
that
phenomenal.
at the same time. Milkshakes, and they do a little finger
They do like a finger.
praise
Yeah,
thing. They're buds.
they
They're
are
bros.
buds.
Yeah.
It's an interesting pairing of people.
Yeah.
And they get it in one take. They're behind schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Oh, we
They're
gotta get
always
this.
behind
Right.
schedule.
They're behind schedule, but
That's the big thing. And
even
we know
though-
who's responsible. We'll get to who's responsible for all that in
yeah,
a
the
minute.
heat miser.
But but what
The Noid.
spoils pizzas. But before, what drove me nuts was they're about to order their fries and their shakes, and they're about to eat, and then Jasmine comes over and says, "Oh, no time to eat. We gotta go. We gotta go." So they do their musical number, and they dance, and they never eat the fries, and the shakes are
That's
there. It's a
right.
real fucking
Dude,
waste of
she
food.
has this
My
really
big pet peeve.
amazingly eclectic group of dancers
Yep.
that I just love.
They
There's
just
like
follow her
it's
around.
like a 7 foot tall. Like it's a very diverse group of people. It's
It-
fun, man.
it
I was
sure
watching
is.
this just kind of like, oh, this is nice. That's all. I was like, this is not good, but at least I'm like, oh, this is nice. She's like, what she's trying to do. Or
It's
whatever.
nice
Yeah.
that she's trying.
I just keep going back to the idea of like, I like Dolly Parton, so I'm appreciating all the nice things she's attempting to do with this
Yeah.
special. It's genuine. It's like
It
it's
is.
crap, but
It
it's
is.
genuine.
It's
She
genuine crap.
genuinely-
Yes, exactly.
She genuinely is trying to do something good.
So, Christ,
They get it. They get it in one take, and they're still behind schedule.
And she's very happy. So now we're on the stage, and I don't know.
I
does
think
the
her little nephew is
Willie-
like running around the women's dressing room,
Yes.
creeping
Yes.
on women.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great part.
Is
of
this
it.
Hiding
the-
underneath the hoop skirt.
Is this the "I'll be"? He can be what you want to be song. Is that when this?
I think they do Willie Nelson first.
Willie Nelson's first.
Yeah.
They find Willie because she finds her. She's walking around the park, and then
Yeah.
she finds
Willie in the barn.
Willie in the
Willie's
barn,
just in the barn.
and he gives her her old diary,
Mm-hmm.
which is very small.
Yeah.
It's a tiny, tiny thing with just a picture of her in it, and they sing a song.
It's like Werner Herzog's journal on Fitzcarraldo, just written very small.
It's so new, I can't even
It's
find
all
the
about
song
how she
on
just
the
wants to
fucking
kill
internet.
Kowalski the whole time.
I'm trying to find the song titles, but none of them are on this internet.
So yeah, Willie Nelson, Billy Ray Cyrus, and who was the third guy? You said his name.
Zach Williams.
Thank you. They represent the three wise men in this story. That's what I found out the second
Oh,
time
really?
watching this. Yes.
Oh my
Okay.
God,
She
that
calls
makes
him a
so,
wise man.
It's so simple that that we should have figured.
We should have
it out.
figured it out the first time.
You know, there's a fine line between clever and stupid.
So she sings with Willie Nelson. I think it's great. I like Willie Nelson. This was probably my favorite part of the whole thing. If I had a favorite
For real?
part, it was these two singing. Because I don't know, they go together. Like
I don't know if I could
PB
pick
and
out.
J.
I don't even know if I could pick out a favorite part of this.
This was my.
That was
favorite
it for
part.
you,
I like
Willie?
Willie Nelson. If anybody's a Space Ghost Coast to Coast fan, see the old Kentucky Shark episode with Willie Nelson on it. Gives you a whole new appreciation for that guy. He's awesome. So after the hallucination, her great grandnephew, son,
something.
former roommate, whatever, fucking shows up.
What does that make us?
Absolutely nothing. And she sees that she's talking to herself, and she says, "Oh, it must be some of that magic dust." And
Mountain magic.
right? And we're all thinking you might want a CAT scan, lady, but that doesn't happen. So now we're behind the stage, and this is the part where it goes off the rails for me because this is just so out of the goddamn blue. You know, I believe there's a monologue about Being Who You Are, or maybe that song, the Be
I thought
What
the
You
Hell
Want to Be
song came first.
The Hell song comes first.
Yeah.
So after the hallucination.
Because she sees them arguing.
Right.
Yeah.
Tom Everett
we
Scott.
get
they're in the
back to
control
plot
room.
that we don't care about
Tom
in the
Everett
control
Scott
room.
and what's her face?
I just
Jasmine,
put Jasmine
arguing.
and Tom Everett Scott.
Yeah.
They're debating. They're
yeah.
not like fighting. It hasn't
Yeah.
come to fists.
No.
You know, it's just.
Voices are barely raised.
Right. So Dolly walks in. She's unhappy.
Darlie?
Darlie walks
Darlie.
in. I can't say Dolly. She walks in. She's wearing this big bell. I know, right? This big. That's Dolly. Shaitan.
Hello, Dolly.
Shaitan.
General Kenobi.
She's got this big dress on. She's not happy with the way anything's going. It's too much for her. She goes into the control room to complain. She sees Tom Everett Scott arguing with Jasmine, and she says, you know, all this cussing and squabbling, you know what this is? You expect creative differences, or we just have to tweak some things, or we just gotta, you know, figure out what's up. No.
Willie left with all our weed.
She says, you know, all this cussing and squabbling, you know what this is? This is Satan. Just flat out Satan.
Yep.
Just quite a jump, man. Going for the
Well,
worst
it's a metaphor.
possible thing.
It's a metaphor.
It wasn't really Satan worthy. This argument was not
No,
Satan
hardly.
worthy. It wasn't even
Yeah.
like Bill O'Reilly worthy.
We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Thing sucks.
Well, you can see that it's like it's starting out. It's very small, right? And
Right.
It's gonna.
And she's
it
worried
could
Satan
develop
is
into
gonna
something bigger,
seep into Tom Everett
where they
Scott.
do get really angry at
head's
each other,
gonna
and the show
spin.
falls apart, and they do yell at each other, and they're really, really
stab one
angry.
another.
Things were
Yeah.
falling apart literally. Remember, there was like
Yeah, the
shit falling
ceiling
from the
keeps
ceiling.
ceiling,
Yeah,
from
the
the
entire.
like almost
Yeah.
hitting people
Yeah.
at the very beginning.
She says, "Look at this dress. I look like one of those dolls you put over toilet paper." And I'm like, "What?
Yeah, she totally did.
What
You
is
ever see
that?"
one of those?
Yeah.
I have not. No.
You don't
You wanna
remember
hear a
those
fun
things?
story?
My grandmother
Yeah,
had
well,
one of
what
those.
the hell? We got to fill this
Fun
episode.
story to anyone who's listening to this episode.
Yeah.
I was at my in-laws' house, cousin-in-law, and I'm taking a shit. And I get to the end.
Wait.
The
whoa,
end.
Hold on,
whoa,
let me finish,
whoa.
let me finish.
Everybody, picture this.
Let me finish.
Go.
No more toilet paper. I'm like, oh no, no more toilet paper. So I pull out my cell phone and I
You
call
wiped
my
your ass
wife.
with that?
I call my wife and she doesn't answer. And then I call my cousin-in-law, Jared. Shout out to Jared. And I'm like, dude, I need toilet paper. There's none in here. And he says, oh, there's a little doll on the back of the toilet. You don't see her? And I'm like, yeah. Lift her up. And I did. And there was a fucking roll of toilet paper under it. I had no idea that was a thing.
Yeah, that
would
was a
you-
thing from the 70s, man.
Why would you do that?
It looked like a thing from the 70s.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah, like the dress was like crocheted or something.
The dress was crocheted.
Yeah.
That's
And
what
it
the roll of toilet
hides
paper
Yeah.
was.
toilet
It
paper.
hides
Yeah.
the toilet paper.
Yep.
Yep.
That is the
Google it.
No, I don't want to Google
Google
that.
toilet
I don't want
paper
that
Barbie.
shit. I got enough weird shit showing up on my feed. Nope, not gonna do that.
You don't want that in your history?
No, I
he
got
saved
enough
the
weird
day.
bits in there.
Yeah, go into incognito mode. It's all good.
No, I
That
don't
little
care
guy with
enough
the
about it.
sunglasses, he sees your shame.
I was panicking. I was like, I can't go. I have to die. I would have to kill myself. I can't.
You know who's talking is Satan.
They would have
That's
to
Satan
find me
right
on the
there.
toilet
Yeah,
dead.
that's-
I would be dead on the toilet.
Talking about suicide, and that's Satan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she blames everything on Satan, and there's this musical number called "Go to Hell." I don't like this part. This part is just
Go
out
to
there,
hell,
and
go
it's a
to hell.
dumbass song.
It's not a good song. It's not a
And
good
it's
song.
not a good scene. It's not needed. They needed to stretch this to an hour and 25 or however the fuck long it was. And that's the only reason why they created it. And not only that, but what she got wrong was she goes on stage and sings her song, "Go to hell, go to hell, go to hell." Those are the words. And then the devil shows up and she dance fights, I should say, with the devil. And the devil is this like very handsome, hot, attractive man.
Yeah, he's like
where,
the dude from Lucifer.
Yeah,
that other
totally.
NBC show.
And whereas my wife, while watching this, said, "Dude, if that's the devil, I'm going to hell."
I'm converting.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the idea, though,
Right.
right? You're
But
not
don't
some
you wanna
fucking
scare
bum
people?
walking out.
Do you want to? Don't
No,
you want
it's
to
the
scare
idea
people?
that like
you
you can be fooled
Jasmine's
by
looking
this
at that
super
devil
handsome
right
thing.
now, thinking, "Oh, if that's the devil, I'm in. I'm going to be even more wicked and
Yeah,
evil."
you don't
But
want
that's so
you don't
easy,
want
right?
Torgo dancing around with his goat legs.
Yeah, right.
Torgo.
You're a Baphomet just there.
Torgo. Absolutely.
Yeah, you want some handsome dude. If it was that easy, then then nobody would care.
I'm
There's the
sorry.
devil.
I
This terrifying
disagree.
thing.
Her
I'll just go
message
this
is
way.
lost. More people. They're like, dude, if the devil looks like that, hell must be filled with super attractive people. It must be like Australia, all criminals but gorgeous.
You know what it is, and they're all miserable.
Yeah.
If I looked
they're
like
all
that
good-looking.
devil, sir, I would not be miserable.
Well, it depends on what he's
Yeah,
doing
the
to you when you
handsome
get there, I
man.
suppose.
Handsome man, that devil.
Once you get there, it all depends what happens next, right? He's good looking, but what's he doing to you?
I mean, if Larry Flint had come out as the devil, everybody would be like, "Oh shit, I'm going to church right now." Okay, sorry, Dolly,
No,
we'll be
that's
good.
a
We'll be good.
Classic red herring.
Yeah.
Oh,
If
he's
it
not.
was Larry Flynn, like that's not the devil.
Oh, it's too obvious.
I could do a Larry Flynn impression. If you want to.
By Hustler.
Take your shirt off.
Bye, Hustler.
Take your shirt off.
All right, we got another impression. Future projects.
That's it.
That's it, Larry Flynn.
All right, so there's this.
Larry Flint is
Christmas.
R2D2.
So there's no. Burp, 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 burp. Take your clothes off.
Take your shirt off.
That's why he was censored the whole time. Everything R2 said was bleeped out.
That's true. Bleep, bloop, bleep, bloop, bloop.
Oh God! All right, what happens after this? I'm trying to blank.
Go to
so
hell,
they
go
go
to
to
hell.
hell, and
Yeah, so she fights Satan and wins.
Right, and Tom Everett Scott and Jasmine apologize to one another. That's when you learn that Jasmine is just really into this show because she had a rough childhood. Her dream was to host or produce a really big special, and she
Yeah, like
spends
a
Christmas
Macy's.
alone. She's really sad.
Yeah, I think she was a
She comes
orphan
off
of some
tough,
kind, maybe?
tough. She comes off tough because she's weak inside,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like me and all of you, all of you, especially you two.
But she's not.
No. So then I believe is this hallucination number 2? Is it
Yes, and it's Billy Ray.
Billy Ray Cyrus coming out?
Whose hair has probably never looked better.
No,
I think
his
this
hair
is the
looks-
best his hair's ever been.
Because-
Yeah, like all
yeah.
long and straight.
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
like, this
yeah.
is the way, Billy.
Yeah.
Stick with what's happening.
His
now.
hair was
Yeah.
better than Miley's.
Yes, it
better
was.
than Miley's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Agreed.
And his voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Yeah, he sounded pretty good. They
He
sounded
did.
pretty good together. I don't know. I don't know enough about country music. I know "Achy Breaky Heart."
Mm-hmm.
I know that was a popular
Same.
song. I hated it,
Yeah.
but people loved it.
Yep.
I don't know what else he did. Oh
Not
no, he did that
much.
song with Lil Nas X recently that kind of brought him back.
Oh yeah.
But besides that, I guess he's like the Kylie Minogue of fucking Nashville. I guess
I
didn't
believe
realize
he did an
how
action
popular
movie.
these people
He
are.
did an action movie called Radical Jack, but I'm not positive. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Oh boy,
Jeez.
Yeah. Radical Jack.
Let's just move on from that.
All right.
Yeah, I don't want that one in my fucking mind.
Search history.
Radical
either.
Jack. Yeah.
Radical Jack. Now you want to know.
Tito's not looking.
Now-
Oh, you
now he
are
wants
looking
to
it up.
know.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
God!
look it
Look
up.
at you brave boy.
If a dong shows up on my screen, I'm gonna fuck the fuck out. She's a fucking dong. Radical Jack.
I think it's him. Maybe it's somebody else.
Radical jack off.
Directed by James Allen, starring Billy fucking Ray Cyrus.
You want to see it now, don't you?
Mark Keppel, Cassie Branham, Dee Dee Pfeiffer,
What year did this come out?
Buck Flowers.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Buck
Yes.
Flowers.
No.
Stupid drunk driver.
Lee Ferguson. I don't know Dee Dee Pfeiffer. I wonder if she's a Pfeiffer.
I found this movie on Riff Tracks. That's how I know.
What year did it
Younger
come out?
sister of Michelle Pfeiffer.
No. Oh my God.
Oh, you want to
Pfeiffer.
see it now, don't
Wow.
you?
No, absolutely not.
Yes, you do. Tito, you're going to go home and watch this tonight.
Kitten Woman.
Kit.
Not Catwoman. It's the younger sister, Kitten Woman.
She wasn't in Wolf. She was in Pup.
What
I
year
can't
was it,
believe he
Tito?
made a movie.
He did. Do you know what it was called?
It was made
Radical Jack.
only in 2000.
2000.
Jack.
Oh,
Came
that's-
out initial release 2000. Which
That's
means
still
it got
22
released
years
in
ago.
10.
Great name.
Yeah, but like 2000. This movie. I guess when was he at? That song didn't come out in 2000.
No,
I have
Achy Breaky
no
Heart?
idea. I
That
know
was real young.
nothing
Achy
about
Breaky
those
Heart
years.
came out in the early 90s.
Yeah,
But they sing a shitty song together.
they do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that great. So it's not one of the ones I really care about that much. So she hallucinates it, and then he disappears, and he gives her something. I don't remember what the hell it is. A lock
He gives
of
her
his
the book
hair.
again.
The
doesn't
book
he?
again.
They
Do
keep
they all
giving
give
her
the book?
the diary
I just do it right the
for
first
her
time.
to reflect.
They all bought the same gift. They should have coordinated
It's
better.
like the gift of the Magi.
Here's some myrrh.
1992, Achy Breaky Heart. That was a long
Yeah,
ass time
early
ago.
90s.
Yeah, I was
Weird Al
10.
did a parody of it. Don't play that song, that achy breaky song.
Oh, it writes itself.
It sure does. Okay, so we're nearing the end of this thing. There's a little more shtick, a little more back and forth. Anna Gasteyer shows up to see how the show's going, and Tom Everett is passing out a little bit, and Dolly calms him down and whatnot. And then Miley Cyrus shows up, not as a hallucination.
She's just hanging out.
She's hanging out. Well, apparently
she came to Dollywood for the
she's riding the roller coasters.
Oh, the roller coasters. She loves the roller coasters.
She loves roller coasters, as she says in a voice that is very strange sounding, very mannish for her.
Broken glass. Yeah. She's turn on broken glass.
Yeah, she's trying to out Stevie Nicks. Voice like a rusty zipper.
She's like a young fucking.
Yeah.
I was riding the roller coaster.
I learned everything from you.
Take your shirt off, Dolly.
Wreck it all. That's
Larry Flint. She's all Larry Flint. Take your shirt off.
Who's Larry Flint in disguise?
The whole time.
That
would have been awesome.
If it was Larry Flint,
they pulled off her face and he was just sitting in a wheelchair.
The zipper starts at her forehead and it goes all the way down.
And it's a guy in a wheelchair.
It's a guy in a wheelchair underneath the Miley costume.
It's Shaitan. Welcome to hell. Such sights to show you. Take your top off.
Take your top off, Dolly.
That sounds like you're Alan Moore.
Thank you.
I'm a snake god.
No, dude, you really think? Oh, don't get me started. I don't want to get into that anymore.
They sing a song and they're not even like harmonizing.
No,
there's
no, they're
harmonies.
No, it's not a good
harmonies.
song. It's not a good song at all, and it's too bad because I know she's her godmother in real life.
Yeah, they mentioned that.
Yeah,
She's got a nice message for her. And it's from the heart. It's it probably was scripted, but from the heart at the same time, scripted heart. I don't know. She says how proud of her she is, and I remember you brought me on Hannah Montana all those years ago, and you introduced me to a whole new generation of people, and now they're old too. And I'm like, oh, thanks, Dolly, asshole.
She's not wrong,
but she's not wrong.
She just called Miley old.
Well, she sounded like something.
She did.
Dolly, how are you? You're looking great.
Where's the roller coasters?
Can you hurry this up? I gotta get back to riding the roller coaster.
Sounds like Patty or Selma.
Close enough. She's a wrecking ball.
She was born the fucking year Achy Breaky Heart came out.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that. Miley said, she
for
was
real?
Born in 1992.
Wow. What does
Her
that
dad
tell
was
you?
like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking get you pregnant, Achy Breaky Heart.
I thought you said Miley Cyrus. I thought you were going,
Oh, that's
Jesus.
disgusting. Come on, this is a family show.
No, it isn't. And
Yes, it is. We're all dads. It's a family show.
What next, Tito? Back me up here.
Then they all died. They all bumped their heads on a rock. And they went to sleep forever.
Don't die. There's another
We never
hallucination.
heard from them again. They hit their heads on a rock and they fell asleep forever.
Oh God.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
She has
There's
another hallucination. and
That
it's
little
that
kid
guy,
keeps showing up
the
every
little
once
kid
in a
with
while.
the
God,
giant
that little
forehead
shit.
and weird teeth show up.
He freaks me out.
Yeah. Oh, we forgot. Yeah, there is a scene. I think it's before half of what we talked about, where she is singing to children. She's the book lady.
Oh, that's right.
She's got a friend who's a teacher.
Oh,
Yes.
right. She started the
Kindergarten
book,
teacher.
book program that
Yes.
she gave
Yeah,
lots of books away.
Yeah, she gave away millions and millions of books.
Yeah.
She started that whole
Kid
thing.
wanted
man.
an Xbox, got a book.
Mm-hmm.
Got a book instead. He's better for it. Now he can buy his own Xbox.
With a book?
Right? You can get a man a fish, but if you teach him how to fish, he can fish himself, right? Isn't that the saying?
No.
Like
no,
a one-eyed
it is,
rooster
but it
at
doesn't relate to this at all.
A hen house full of ducks. Like
did
a
you put in
twister
the
on St.
ginger ale?
Patrick's Day. Like a one-eyed twister on St. Patrick's Day. That's a saying. That's what she said in the movie.
That's not a thing. It is now.
Like a purple crow on a sunny day.
A purple what?
Crow.
A purple crow,
on a sunny day.
What does that even mean?
It's like a purple nurple.
Ask the people who come up with these crazy.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so she starts singing to the kids about Santa Claus, and she sings her classic song. This one I did know, or I do recognize, because Sarah would play this. It's "I Believe in Santa Claus." One of her classics.
Oh, she
Good
sings
song.
another song, I think, before that with the guy that's an actual song. They sing an actual Christmas
Oh,
song.
that's right.
What's the guy?
I
Something
don't know.
Allen. Something Allen. They sing an actual Christmas song.
I don't remember that one.
I can't
It-
remember
it-
the
Might have
song
fallen.
list.
Might have fallen asleep.
It's
He's
thrown
wearing
in
like
there.
a big crazy hat.
Yeah.
And like diamond-studded pants.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that.
They sing an actual
That
Christmas
level
song.
of disgust.
Oh.
Diamond studs.
You lost me at diamond studded
You have
pants.
no place in my house.
Yes.
Something Allen was his name. I remember because I was
Steve
like,
Allen.
This guy seems out of
Steve
place.
Allen. He's too busy writing another book.
They sing a nice Christmas song.
They
There's
do.
dancing. Then they sing some more Christmas songs and more dancing.
Woody Allen on clarinet.
Jimmy Allen. Jimmy Allen was
Jimmy
the gentleman's
Allen.
name.
They do have a nice little number, and I don't remember what it was clearly because it didn't leave much of an impression on me. So fast forward, we're reaching the end. We got the special happening. She has her last hallucination with the fucking guy whose name escapes me again.
Me
Zach
too.
Williams.
Zach Williams.
Zach
I'm never
Williams.
gonna. Zach Morrison. The Times.
yeah.
I can remember it. I don't care. A lot of booze, man.
So you know what? This song I do know. It's
Yeah?
called "There Was Jesus" because I fucking googled.
Okay, is this the last song?
Because
Yeah.
I really
This is what
liked
she
this
closes
song.
out in.
No, this is the one with Zach.
No, this is the one with the
Zach.
man in black when they're in the church and they
Yeah.
sing the song about Jesus.
Okay, first of all, stop calling him the Men in Black. Man in Black.
He's
Yeah.
wearing black. He's
I
not
know,
Johnny
I know,
Cash.
but that's
He's not
Johnny Cash. I
No,
know.
and he's not the
I
Man in
know his
Black.
name, but you
Johnny
don't.
Cash
If I
is
c-
the Man in Black.
If you remember
I
his
know
name, I would stop saying Man in
I don't care
Black.
what his name is. He's not the Man in Black.
I
Call
feel
him.
like you said that. You
Third
started saying the man in
hallucination.
black.
I was calling him the man in black because I didn't know his name.
That's right,
and
Tito.
you're calling him the third
So
hallucination.
suck it.
And
Yeah.
I know his name.
I
and
don't
Zach
care about
Williams.
his name. I'll tell you what it isn't.
I'm
It
just
is
gonna-
not the Man in Black.
He's
It's not
wearing
Johnny
all
Cash.
black.
That's what it's not.
He's wearing all
You
black.
can put a cat in an oven. That don't make it a biscuit.
There you
See how easy this is?
Hey.
Look at you.
Hey.
Look at you.
That's right. It all
See
goes
that? You
back
watch a
to-
couple of Dolly specials and
Oh.
suddenly you're the man on the mountain.
No, fuck. That was White Man Can't Jump, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was much
Yeah.
more enjoyable than this.
Even a blind squirrel finds even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Oh, I know.
See
That's
that?
a good one.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I podcast with a couple of them.
Oh,
Derek.
shots fired.
Yeah.
The song was that she does with Zach Williams. I actually really enjoyed.
You do like that one.
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I downloaded the song. I thought it was a nice song.
All right.
I liked the melody, and I actually thought of all the songs they did together, they were like harmonizing,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, oh, you guys actually did this song together. It wasn't like slapped together
Yeah.
for some crazy special where you guys your voices don't match up. I thought,
Yeah, like the one she did with Miley.
yeah, I thought it
Right.
was just like a really nice song. I appreciated the song.
Okay.
I don't know what happened after that though. They all
After
died.
that, he disappears, probably gives her a book as well.
Gives her the diary again.
And then we're ready to go, right? The special happens. Does the
We've
special
been ready to go
actually
about
happen?
an hour and 30 minutes ago.
That's it.
On this fucking
No, the
movie.
special, not ours.
Oh.
You mook. What else?
I was ready to bail on this thing about 45 minutes
Nice
ago.
try. Bring us home, Tito. What happens at the end?
They
'Cause
all
you
live
like this
happily
song.
ever after.
Well, talk about the song you like so much.
That was it. I just did. There was Jesus song.
That's the
she
one
does
you
with
did
Zach
like.
Williams.
Okay,
I like
good.
the
Well,
song.
we're done. All right.
And then she comes out in a white dress. She
Yeah.
doesn't do the hoop. She looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
She sings one last song.
Everybody's there.
Tom Everett Scott invites Jasmine to
Oh.
Christmas dinner
That's right. And
with
they're
his
gonna-
wife.
Oh, I was going to say they were going to make love.
No. He's
But
already
he's
married.
married.
He's married. They're
Yeah.
good people. They're good. They're nice people.
How do you know
Yeah.
they're good people? You don't know.
Because they know Dolly Parton.
He looks pretty withered.
Anybody who hangs out with Dolly Parton is probably a good person.
Could be a torturous marriage for him.
I feel like she's probably a pretty decent judge of character. Like if she didn't like you, she probably wouldn't hang with you.
Dolly Parton?
Yeah,
He's
I feel like
inviting Jasmine back to spice things up.
She's hanging out with Jimmy
oh,
Fallon.
like two naked people
See that?
jumping
Coming
out of the closet, blindfolded like a goddamn magic
It's
show.
a Christmas magic
I'm
show.
loving these allegories, man, or analogies, whatever you call them. They're great.
Idioms,
Two naked clocks broken and purple
Right?
crows.
Yeah, they're right twice a day.
Yeah.
They're naked twice a day.
And then it ends. Dolly says, "Thank you, I love you." She apologizes if it comes off too preachy. It kind of does, but she's Dolly, and at this point, I'm 2 beers.
Thank you for watching, and I'm
whiskey.
sorry.
Yeah, thank you. I'll try harder next time.
Which is how we sign off every podcast
I'll give you
episode.
an actual special next time.
Thank you for listening, and we're sorry.
She tried some stuff.
She did.
I like that. Like she's clearly like a little bit out of touch. I mean, she's 76 years old, but like she's attempting to. What I appreciate most about her is that she's attempting to maintain whatever core values she has or grew
Right.
up with, and trying to evolve with the modern world and incorporate the two together and
Yeah.
try to make them fit, which I appreciate. Like this idea of like, yeah, you absolutely. I mean, you are who you are, but like the world changes. Sometimes you gotta change with it. Or you just fucking fall at the wayside and you're just like some fucking get out of here.
That's
Nobody-
right, Tito.
you know,
so
like-
start watching the fucking movies I
Watch the
recommend to
movie.
you.
I do, and then
Yeah.
I'm just like, fuck. I'm de-evolving every time I see one.
Yeah. Every time I watch one of your movies, Mark, I think this is no Fast and the Furious.
My knuckles get closer to the ground every time I watch one of your movies.
And that's why you agreed to come on the show.
That's why I agreed
see?
to come on the show. Exactly.
Yeah.
But
My
Rawhead
knuckles
Rex
get
and
closer to the
Alligator
ground.
later. That sounds like a great idea.
listen, if Dolly Parton was in Rawhead Rex, then it would be a fucking hit.
Oh, hell yeah.
That would be a smash. So,
You know, this is all this cussing and swearing. This is Rawhead. I saw Rawhead.
cut to him peeing on some fucking priest.
Peeing on Tom Everett Scott.
Peeing on Tom Everett Scott.
Toilet paper doll head Rex.
Loving every minute of it.
Singing R. Kelly.
Toilet paper
Just to hammer the point in. I believe I can fly.
Oh, yeah.
No,
another
we went
peer.
into another direction.
We went off.
did. Was that your closing thought?
I
Everything you just said just
Yeah,
now?
yeah, it's good enough.
Okay, how about yours, Brian?
Ditto.
Okay, yeah, not great. I would not go back and watch it, but I would listen to some of the songs again. That's where I'm going with that. Again,
Agreed.
all the respect to
Yeah.
Dolly. Thank you for trying to bring some joy into this fucked up world we're living in right now. A lot of shit going on. So you tried your best.
Yeah.
You kind of succeeded, but, you know.
You tried your best, and you failed miserably. The lesson is, never try.
You should have just sang. Should have just given us a
Yeah.
special.
Honestly, I bet it was a fucking hit. I bet it did well enough to get another one next year.
We'll find out.
I'm sure we will.
We'll find out. And you know what? We'll do it again. We'll review that one too. This
don't
time
think
with
so.
Derek. No, we won't do it at all. No, we'll do what I wanted to do. Christmas, bloody Christmas. It's like, let's not do ours. Fine, whatever. Jerks. Hey, Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Mark.
Christmas
to you.
Yeah.
In
God
all
bless us,
serious.
everyone.
No, don't. Why'd you do
That's
that?
what happens in a Christmas
Yeah,
Carol.
but that's
what I
we
say.
already did that once.
Oh, it's true.
don't-
Derek did. Yeah. Derek did that.
Anything making our geek flag fly before we close out?
Who wants to go?
Who wants to go? We all got some stuff, huh?
I got some stuff. I've got
You
one.
wanna-
I've got one thing that I can recall.
All right, one of you-
I thought I had more, and then I was like trying to think of like all my stuff, and I was like, oh
And
shit.
those Dolly Parton songs were running through your head.
It was then all this Dolly Parton stuff.
Go to hell, go to hell.
So yesterday we did a watch party with the guys from
Yes, we
Shine
did.
Box.
Chris and Tristan.
Yep. And
those guys.
As we were signing off, they mentioned a show called Garth Marenghi's Dark Place.
There
So
you
they
go.
were telling us about this show. I started watching it last night, and I unfortunately started watching it late, so I was falling asleep on it. And I started rewatching it today, but what I have seen so far is freaking funny. It's got David Ayoade from the IT Crowd. It's got Matt Berry also from the IT Crowd. He's also in What We Do in the Shadows, the TV series.
Great guy.
It's created by Matthew Holness. I guess he's a British comedian. And basically what it is this guy, he's kind of like a Stephen King type author. He's written all these books. And he created this series in the 90s that really wasn't picked up by the BBC because, according to him, it was too ahead of its time and it was too out there for them. And so it was shelved. And now that it's 20 years later or more, they're coming back because they're looking for programming. And so they wanted him to dust off this series. And so he's presenting it. He's got the films in his basement. And he's also filmed like these... behind the scenes kind of things with him and the producers and stuff as it goes on. They kind of interrupt the show, but the show is so freaking bad. It's intentionally bad, like from the little things to like from little things like the Foley work when people are walking, like the footsteps don't match when they're walking.
Oh, that's awesome.
And like you can tell when like the voices were overdubbed, and they're overdubbed badly in certain scenes, and the special effects are horrible, and it's funny. It's a British show. 6 episodes, I think, takes place in this hospital. It reminds me of like Stephen King's Kingdom Hospital, but it's called this guy's Dark Place. It's called Dark Place Hospital. He thinks he's the greatest writer ever, but everything's like so unoriginal, and it's just funny.
Is it Richard?
Richard?
Ayoade?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Are they
What did I say?
David, maybe?
Did I say David? He plays Dean. Maybe that's
Right,
what I was
the
thinking.
dude with the glasses?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
from
yeah,
the IT
yeah.
Crowd. Yeah, Richard Ayoade.
Oh, and there's Noah Fielding's in it, too.
Yep. Yes, also from the IT Crowd, but I haven't seen him show up
Yeah, I haven't
yet.
seen that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to check that out.
Yeah, that does look good.
Yeah. No, it's funny. It's
Cool.
funny. So thank you, Chris and Tristan, for recommending that because I'm
Yes.
enjoying it so far.
Awesome. Yeah, that was a fun That was a fun time
Yes,
too.
yeah, yesterday.
I'm not going to name the name of the movie we were watching because I believe they're doing an episode of it, and
We'll have to record an episode with them.
Who knows? Was that it?
That was it for me.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Tito.
So I got 2-ish, 3-ish. I've always been a really big fan of John Hughes films, Breakfast Club, Pretty in Pink. Love his movies, Home Alone. And I had never seen Some Kind of Wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
Seen that either.
Which is, he wrote it, but he didn't direct it. It's Eric Stoltz and
he didn't
Leah
direct that one?
Thompson. No, and Mary Stuart Masterson.
Yeah.
And I'd always heard it was like it was like a gender swapped version of Pretty in Pink.
It kind of was.
Right?
Yeah.
So
that's the way I remember it.
I was like, yeah, I'm going to watch this movie. You know what? I've never been a big Eric Stoltz guy, and I think that's why I never saw the movie. Because like I don't mind him in a movie as long as he's not the lead.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm could take or leave him. But at the end of the movie, they play
That cover the Elvis song?
The cover of the Elvis song.
I love that
Can't
version.
Help Falling in Love. And the band is Lick the Tins.
Yes.
And I was like, what a fucking phenomenal version.
Isn't that a great version?
Yes.
And I could never find it after
so
that either.
Good. So it's on Apple.
It is now, yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember back in the day, you couldn't find it. I don't think it was on the soundtrack.
Okay. Yeah, I looked it up. It's like a remix because apparently like the 12-inch version that they released is like 6 minutes long. And Elvis's version is so slow.
Yeah.
And theirs is so fast that it's really short.
Yeah.
So they expanded it with like bagpipes. They're like an English
Yeah.
band from like the 80s.
Yeah, so they had
kind of
the
Celtic.
their version has a very Celtic flavor to it.
Yeah, so then I started listening to that album because I was listening to that song over and over again. So I really enjoyed the movie. And it made me like Eric Stoltz more, and I was like really happy that I found that song. So I've been listening to that album. The other thing is I watched Time After Time.
Oh, good for you.
Oh, good for you.
Last week, and I really, really liked it. I really like Mary Steenburgen.
Yeah.
When they meet, that whole middle part of the movie where they're just in a romantic film.
Yeah.
And they're going on a date and just sightseeing.
Yeah.
It's so out of place, but I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
And I just thought the movie was really, really cool.
It is.
I don't know
David Warner as Jack the Ripper.
Jack the Ripper, and he's like
awesome.
he's so very hip, and he's wearing like jeans and a
Yeah.
denim vest
Oh,
and
yeah.
a turtleneck.
Yeah, he's wearing the
it was like-
Canadian tuxedo.
Like he figured it out like really quickly, but
well, I
H.G.
love
Wells
that line
is
that
just a
he's
fucking
got.
idiot.
He's like, back 100 years ago, I was an amateur. He says now, he says, I there's so much I have to learn. You know, I'm the amateur now.
I like that he gets it, but
The world has caught up
H.G.
with
Wells,
me.
Herbert does not get it. But I thought it was
Although the time
really,
when he goes
really...
into McDonald's and he's trying to figure out how to order the food.
Oh yeah,
I'll have fries. Like copying the guy in front of him.
but I thought it was like a really fun, nice movie, not knowing H.G. Wells' backstory, and that was actually what his wife's name was. And I like that little twist on the time travel aspect.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I really liked. They actually got me because I was like, oh well, they find the newspaper and it says the woman died. And
Yes.
like, well, she has to die because they're gonna go back in time, right?
Yeah.
But it's not. It's her friend from the bank, and I was like, oh, you got me there, which was kind of cool. Which was cool. Which means she was always going to die anyway, so why bother going back in time?
True.
But I did like
look at
it.
you looking for the plot holes.
Don't try to figure out
Yeah.
time travel. It
Yeah.
fucking blows. Just
It's my favorite thing about time
just
travel.
enjoy.
trying to figure
The
it
cool
out.
thing about that movie was that it was written and directed by Nicholas Myers, who went on to do The Wrath of Khan
Yep.
and The
Oh,
Undiscovered
okay.
Country. Yeah.
And, not Voyage.
No, The
Not
Undiscovered
Voyage
Country.
Home.
He did The Undiscovered Country and The Wrath of Khan for Star Trek.
Oh, then who directed Voyage Home? I forget. Was
That was
that
Nimoy.
That was Nimoy.
Nimoy.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Not him.
Well, there was time travel in that one.
There was time travel in that one.
but
no, he
I
did.
saw that a couple of weeks ago, and that was going to be my geek flag a few weeks ago, and then I totally forgot.
Uh-huh.
But I was like, oh fuck, I was going to see that movie because I did like it.
Which one? Oh, Time
Time
After
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 Time. I
Time.
did really, really enjoy the movie. It was fun. It was fun. I was like, this is so out of place. They're just like having a nice day. And then I feel like I could have watched that for like an hour and a half.
What,
Like a
just the
guy out of
romance?
time
Yeah,
just
yeah.
falling in love with a woman and them having a nice time in the city.
All right. Then you have to see the Christopher Reeve Jane Seymour movie, Somewhere in Time, I believe.
Okay.
I believe that's what it is.
Seen that one.
He falls in love with this woman, I think, from the past, and he figures out a way to will himself through time to meet her.
I'll do it.
Oh, Christopher Reeve.
Yeah.
But that's my geek flag.
Nice. Good ones. All right, I got a bunch because
All right.
I'm gonna go quickly.
Bring it on.
So, friend of the show, Derek Rook. Recently, him and I got together, and we always love watching flicks, drawing, or whatever. And he showed me a movie, Smile, which he didn't think,
I want to see that.
He
That's
didn't
on
think
my
he was
list.
gonna like. He thought it was gonna be one of these modern PG-13 kind of watered down horror films.
Was it PG-13 or was it
I don't
R?
know. I think it was R. It would have to be R. And
It's hard to tell sometimes.
Yeah.
it is great.
Yeah.
I
I heard it
really
was really good.
surprised at how good this movie is.
And it's on Paramount Plus,
It's on-
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
it's on my list to see.
I highly recommend this film. As you know, as far as modern horror films go, you know, it's a gamble nowadays, but this one delivers.
Yeah.
It's got great suspense, nice shocks.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't hold back on the horror or gore. It does not. It doesn't cut a break with you. Like, it gives you everything.
So it doesn't
They had
disappoint.
a really good like press run for
It
this
does.
movie with
Yeah.
like people going to like baseball games.
Oh, I
standing
remember
up
that.
and
Yeah,
just,
that
like,
that,
smiling.
that viral marketing thing
Yeah,
they did.
it was
Well,
like
okay,
I thought
so
that was
it's
genius.
got this
Yeah.
kind of it follows sort of horror theme.
Oh, yeah?
But done much better than It Follows.
Oh, good.
I think. Highly recommend that. Based on a lot of people's recommendations, I saw Fat Man with Mel Gibson. Absolutely loved it. Great recommendations, guys. A lot of people said you have to see this, and I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, I watched it about 3 weeks ago, and I was telling you to
Oh
watch
my
it ever
God,
since
it's
I saw it.
So cool. I had a feeling I was gonna like it. I didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I did. It was very well written.
Yeah.
Love how it ends. I'm not gonna give anything away. This was a lot of fun.
If you like that,
Action,
you're definitely going to like
I
Violent
cannot
Night.
wait to see Violent Night. I plan on seeing it this weekend. But I love Action Santa Claus, as many of you know, and
Yep.
this one is just that.
Like Lee Majors
Awesome.
and Scrooged.
Yes,
That
the
movie
night
that never
the
was.
reindeer died.
Yeah.
If only. Joe Bob's Christmas, a new Joe Bob Christmas special dropped on Shudder.
I
It's
haven't watched
covering
it yet.
two good Christmas horror films. The first one is a 70s film called Do Not Open Until Christmas. And it's about a whodunit with a killer. It's a POV film with the killer who you don't see,
Okay.
but you see that this killer stalks people in Santa Claus outfits. So if you're dressed in a Santa Claus outfit, you're
You're
going
a
to get
target.
killed by this slasher.
okay.
It takes place in London. Very cool and surprisingly like gory. Even like for I guess you would call this an exploitation flick, absolutely. But even
It was
for
done in the 70s?
yeah.
Yeah.
The gore is incredible. Like,
Really?
Yeah, and it's fun because
Is it
you're
done
trying
on the
to figure
cheap,
out
or
who
does it actually have like production value?
I think it's got production value.
Yeah?
I do. I've never heard of this one.
No, I've never heard of
so
it
that's
either.
movie number one, and movie number two is Christmas Horror Story, which
I've
is
seen that one.
which is a Christmas anthology horror film.
William Shatner,
with
right?
William
Yeah.
Shatner, and it's a lot like Trick or Treat.
Yeah.
It connects the stories, and it's actually another movie that's very well done.
It is.
Way off the radar.
Christmas Horror Story?
Christmas Horror Story. It's got everything: zombies, Krampus, killer slash
Killer Santa.
Killer Santa.
Yeah.
It's got everything, and it has a twist ending that is awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't even see it coming.
No.
Check it out.
I've watched
Check
it 2
both of these
Christmases in a
movies
row.
out.
I think Quinn and I watched it last
Oh,
Christmas
it's really
Eve.
good. It's so good. And
It's-
Tito, I think you would dig it because it's an
I
anthology
think it's on
film.
Prime. Or at least
It's
it
on-
was.
Yeah, I just know it's on AMC and Shudder.
Yeah, but
right
if Tito
now. And
doesn't
Joe
have
Bob
Shudder-
dropped it. Well, he'll just have to come on, or we'll just have to watch it right after this. Darn, too bad.
Christmas Horror Story.
Yeah.
Christmas Horror Story.
So, and finally, one back thing. We didn't record last week, but the new Batman Spawn comic dropped, and it looks awesome. Awesome variant covers.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
I picked up a few different covers, and Kringle, the
I
Dark
was
Saint
gonna
Returns.
say, speaking of Batman and
is
speaking of Killer
available
Santas.
now. My speaking of action, violent Santa, my parody of Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns, called Kringle, The Dark Saint Returns, is now available at Rubber Chicken Comics. It's a book I did along with Josh Hurst and Jay Pillarella. If you are in the Bellingham area looking for last-minute gifts, why not pick that up? Because nothing says Santa like Frank Miller and me. And it's as close as I'll ever get to probably working on a Frank Miller book, which he has nothing to do with. So that's my stuff.
It's a
right
good.
over there.
It's a very good book. I
Why,
can
thank
attest
you,
to it.
sir. Thank you.
I've got my copy already.
Is that it?
I got nothing else.
Anything?
You got nothing else?
All right.
I just wanted to bring something up because we got a voicemail.
Oh, right. Yep. Okay.
We got a voicemail on our website.
Is it cease and desist?
It's cease and desist. It's from Frank Miller, coincidentally, just to wrap things up. Mark, this is...
I avoided copyright. I spent 4 years on this thing avoiding copyright.
I wanted to see if I can play it. This voicemail was from a listener of ours named Alex, and they had some really good things to say. So I just want to play it and see what you guys think.
In your episode, Batman's Extended Bat Family, while talking about Timothy Drake, you mentioned that fans of Batman have most likely been yelling at you guys over the car radio for the past 30 seconds. I've been yelling for a lot longer than 30 seconds, but that's not the point. The point is that you guys just didn't get to the point that quickly. I really like your podcast. It's really entertaining, and I'm actually recording this in the middle of listening to that episode. So I'm not sure if you do end up covering Carrie. It's one of the very few Bat family characters that I don't know. Followed closely behind with Duke Thomas, Stephanie Brown, and Cassandra Cain. I just wanted to thank you and say that y'all are awesome.
Wow. Look at that.
See that?
Fucking phenomenal.
That is awesome. That's cool.
That was phenomenal.
That's cool.
Yep. So we do get some
awesome.
feedback.
Yes, we do.
And
Didn't get to it fast.
I like that backhanded.
Oh my God.
You're lucky you saved it with your next sentence, Alex.
Yeah, I know. But thank you, and
Yeah, much
if
obliged.
Derek was here, he'd be able to chime in about the Bat Family because that was all him.
Mm-hmm. And all you need to know, Alex, is that Carrie Kelly is awesome.
She's the best.
That's right.
Despite what other people.
What do you think, Derek? Oh, he loves her too. Awesome. Carrie Kelly, Jubilee, he loves them all.
Wait a second.
Brie Larson.
That's your favorite Robin. Oh, I didn't know
The best of all
that.
Robins,
What?
even with the glasses. Interesting.
In all seriousness, though, thank you, Alex, for listening. Please continue to listen, and I hope we hear from you again soon.
Yeah.
So,
and
awesome.
also, I just want to say that this wraps up our 4th season. So after the Christmas holiday, we will be starting season 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to say thank you, everybody, for listening, for supporting us over the last 4 years. And you guys, we just crossed over, I don't usually talk numbers, but we just crossed over 40,000 downloads total
Woo-hoo.
since we started this thing. I don't know if that's a lot, if it's a little, but I think it's still impressive for this little thing that we just do on the side for the hell of it. You know, for our entertainment, for all of your entertainment out there listening. And again, thank you for supporting us because it really does mean a lot. Thank you for the feedback, Alex, and everybody else that has chimed in. You know, everybody that's given us requests over the last few months, all the episodes that we've done, honoring your requests for episodes for us to do. Thank you so much for submitting those. And I just want to say happy holidays and Merry Christmas to everybody. And again, thank you for sticking with us over these 4 years. And here's to many more, hopefully, in the future.
Well put. I couldn't say it
I
any
agree.
better.
Man, I want to know what Alex wants us to cover.
Well, Alex
true.
can
You're
send
out
us
there.
another
Chime on in
voicemail and let us
Yeah.
know maybe some more Bat Family.
That was awesome.
I know Derek would love to
Oh, absolutely.
tackle more
yeah,
Bat Family.
we haven't done a Geeks in Gotham in I don't know how long.
Couple of years.
We're going to have to bring that back.
It's been a couple of years.
Well,
Long overdue.
a lot of good things coming for the New Year's. Ringing in the New Year, actually, we have our month of Tito. Tito joined the show in January. He's almost celebrating his 1-year anniversary. And as a gift
That's
to him,
crazy.
don't spoil it by talking, because I'm going to say something nice to you right now. Don't open your fucking mouth. As a gift to him for coming on this show and adding a lot of comedy and a lot of heart, a lot of people love Tito. Everybody loves that we're 3 geeky dads, but we have it. Everybody has it. A lot of people have a Tito on their show now
because of our Tito.
Because of our Tito, he has become
an inspiration
icon and an
to
inspiration.
many.
I'm the Darcy of this show.
He is.
You are.
and he is. It's.
You're almost as hot.
My
too.
plastic face.
Well, that's like. I told you not to talk. See, you had it and then you kept going. So as a gift for sticking it out through some really terrible movies that I've recommended to him and watching a lot of Drink Till It's Good and all kinds of stuff, we're giving him a month of picks, meaning all of January. We're recording episodes that are covering movies that Tito picks for us. So as a way of saying thank you for joining the show. We're glad you're with us, my man. You rock. So salute.
Yep.
Yeah, this has
And
been great.
Thank you,
cheers
Tito.
to you, Brian. Derek, I know you're not here. Another wonderful year has come and gone, and I'm so glad we've done this. Man, we have had many shows, many Christmas shows. And you know what, guys? If you want to hear past Christmas shows, Brian,
Yes.
what's the way to do it?
The way to do it is to head on over to www.3gdpodcast.com. That's www.
The number three. I had beer in my mouth. I had to swallow.
That's fine. You're a good girl, I know.
Thank you.
And as Mark said, you will be able to find all of our past episodes there, along with one-click buttons, where it's really easy. If you're not already a subscriber to our show, the one-click buttons on our website make it easy for you to subscribe to us, to the podcast platform of your choice, so you'll be sure to never miss an exciting upcoming episode. Also, there is our email link. All of our social media links are there. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and our videos, or the audio in video format, sort of, is also on YouTube. And the link is also there for that as well, along with blogs that we put up. But yes, our Ko-fi page is there. If you would like to donate, please. It would help to keep this little show going. Like I said, we've been here for 4 years, and every little bit helps to keep this little thing rolling, because podcasting is not cheap. I don't think there's anything else. So.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah.
So Merry
you.
Christmas,
Yeah.
Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, guys. Again, thank you for listening. We got a lot of feedback on our holiday special that we did.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
A lot of people dug that, and a couple of people wanted to know if we were going to do more. Hell yes.
Yeah.
We really like doing
My
it.
wife listened to it. She thought it was hilarious.
That's
Did
awesome.
she like
Yeah,
it? Good.
she did.
Good.
She doesn't listen to anything I say.
No.
She's not interested in anything I do either.
I can't blame her.
But narrate somebody's life, and she's all over it.
She liked the toast part, didn't she?
Yeah,
She liked the plate of toast.
For sure.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, that's accurate.
Yeah. Wall.
Wow. Hey, listen, Merry Christmas. A shout out to all our listeners, all our fellow podcasts. I don't want to leave I'm not going to name anybody individually, because I don't want to leave anybody out.
Yeah, but you know
you guys
who you
know
are.
who you are. You're all awesome.
Mhm.
Thank you for supporting us. We love listening to all your shows. We love the comments. We love the feedback.
We love the camaraderie. We love the
Yes.
Yeah, we love the interaction. We love all of it. This is why we're in this game.
Absolutely.
Yep. Meeting fans and friends like you, it makes it all worthwhile.
And not to escape our families and drink beer in a basement.
Well, there is that.
Perish that thought. So until next year, I guess, right? Next time, will
I think our next episode will
too
probably.
early to say that. Until the next show.
Yeah.
For Three Geeky Dads, I'm Mark,
I'm Brian.
I'm Tito.
and somewhere out there is Derek.
Mm-hmm.
And until next time, we're Three Geeky Dads saying, keep watching the skies, cause Satan.
And Santa.
Goodbye. Good luck.
Happy holidays and Happy New Year.
Figgy pudding.
Pudding?
Pudding!
That's my line.
Oh my
the
God.
techno one.
Hold on. Hey, third time's a charm.
It's been so long.
Hold on. Let's start that again. All right. You do the intro. So we'll do the drink till it's good, and then.
You want me to? Okay.
No. All right. I'll just.
Where am I going? So, hey, everybody, we are talking Dolly Parton's Magic Mountain's Christmas. It's the special that has Dolly Parton going around hallucinating country stars while trying to set up a special. It's not an actual special. It's a movie about her trying to set up a special. Very meta, which I'm sure makes Tito happy.
This whole moment is pretty meta.
This is pretty meta right here.
Right.
Yes.
I'm getting deja vu all over again.
You're in the Matrix. Look, there's a cat.
Is it the same cat?
Yeah.
Might be.
Mountain Magic.
Well, get ready for plenty of magic because this movie is all over the place, much like this episode. It has good singing, good music, Dolly doing her thing, but it also has a bunch of extra stuff we just don't need. But it's good enough to get us drinking, which makes it another, say it with me, boys.
Dude, my phone is upstairs. I didn't even hear it.
Like, Brian,
Yeah.
Brian. It's not me. I'm like, it's not me.
Because we heard the doorbell. It's like, did Tito lock himself out somehow? What the hell is this?
I was like picking up.
Soul Pals?
Soul Pals.
He gave me this like, what do you mean you don't know? I was like, dude, I don't know who you are. Why would I tell you?
Did he say that?
Yeah, because he was
Was
like,
he
are
like,
they
what do you
home?
mean
Are they
you don't know?
available? And I was like, I don't know. He was like, what do you mean you don't know? I was like, I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
And I don't know what you want. Why would I tell you that they're available to talk to you?
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll just go find out. I was like, no, what? How was that? I gotta make a call.
We heard the doorbell. I was like, shit, Tito locked himself out. Oh, it's not Tito.
That was so weird. He was like, hey, we came out of nowhere. I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Poof. Yeah,
No,
selling solar
who the fuck's
panels in the
walking around
dark.
at 8 o'clock.
Zachary Levi is not departing.
I feel like there's better jobs out there.
Right?
Maybe not.
No, I mean, take what you can get.
Yeah.
I could sell anybody anything. I'm very persuasive.
You are.
I would hope you would. That's right. Y'all don't know what I've convinced people to do.
Jugs.